After spending a wonderful night at a home mandir in Harsot, the most breathtaking sunrise welcomed in the new day. Its beauty set the tone for my last day on the south bank of Maa Narmada. I made good progress to Vimleshwar, arriving in the early afternoon. The ashram in Vimleshwar was extremely busy, as it caters for all the Parikrama wasis who intend crossing the Arabian Sea to Mithi Talai and the north bank of Maa Narmada. And this included those making the journey by car, motorcycle and by bus. Narmada Har. So I have finally arrived in Vimleshwar, which is, for me, exactly halfway. Been on this journey for 105 days and I've covered 1,432 kilometers. And tonight, or in the early hours of the morning, I believe that it will be 1 a.m. The boat will leave and we will cross the sea, the Gulf of Khambhat, and arrive in the Bharuch area, and I will then be on the north bank of Maa Narmada and the journey will continue. So it's quite surreal to be in this place and to have arrived finally at what is quite a milestone, which is really halfway for me. Another long journey awaits, but somehow with a freshness, with a newness. There's something exciting about getting onto the north bank of Maa Narmada and walking in the opposite direction to what I've been walking. Still with Maa Narmada on the right hand side, but needless to say, walking in a different direction to what I have been. And that's going to bring a whole different feeling and a different sense of what this journey's been about. So I look forward to the boat crossing. It's about 3.5 to 4 hours and it's going to be in the early hours of the morning. Pity that it's at night and not during the daytime, but it's all dependent on the tides, and that's the best time for us to be leaving. There's quite a lot of Parikrama wasis at this ashram right now, and we will have an early evening meal and take some rest and then depart from here, I guess somewhere around midnight. So until then, Narmada. I read in Sri M's book that he walking from Rishikesh to Badrinath, and big light goes on in my head and says I must walk from Rishikesh to Badrinath. So August 22 I walk Rishikesh to Badrinath. Then I come back to Rishikesh, an amazing journey. I walk Rishikesh to Kedarnath. On the way to Kedarnath, Satsang Foundation sends me some news. Sri M doing satsang in Nagpur. So I walk from Sagar to Nagpur to go and say thank you to Sri M. And when I'm in Narsinghpur, someone takes me to Narmada and shows me Narmada, and then I hear about Parikrama 1 year ago, and I think, maybe then I'm still not hearing Maa Narmada calling me. Not yet. Then in May last year, I walked from Rishikesh to Dwarahat, and I stayed with a Swami who walked the Narmada Parikrama. Then I hear Maa Narmada calling me loudly, "You must come." Here I am.
Narmade Har! Narmade Har! Narmade Har! Narmade Har!
After the arti, we all bought our boat tickets, and for those of us who were walking, this cost 250 rupees. We then took some rest before getting up at 11 p.m. and walking down to the boating point, which was 3 kilometers away.
Narmade Har!
We are going to go across the Arabian Sea in that vessel over there. Yeah, hope and pray it's seaworthy. Sure it is, but it's pretty dilapidated to me. There was an excitement in the air down at the launching area as approximately 300 people lined up and prepared to board the vessel, which planned to leave at 1 a.m. And so the first half of my Narmada Parikrama was behind me. All that awaited was a safe journey across the Gulf of Khambhat and the Arabian Sea to Mithi Talai. I will meet you again on the north side of Maa Narmada. Narmade Har.
Narmade Har! Narmade Har! Narmade Har! Narmade Har!